The third phase I went through was that of surrender. And that's where you just realize that this is so far beyond you and that you're going to do the very best you can do, but honestly, you have no idea what the outcome will be, and you fully accept that. You have to make sure, like in our case, we really spent a lot of time confirming our usness. We really wanted to make sure we were on the same page. Dan and I had a very profound respect for one another. Where one starts and the other stops was very, very clear to us. I did not want to overpower him. I wanted him to own his own story. I wanted him to tell me when he felt healthy or what his situation was, how he was mentally, how he was physically. That was his story to tell. And I was there to protect that space and let him be right or wrong or selfish or any of the things. I protected the energy of that time, of those moments between us and others. And in our case, we never got a diagnosis, and we had a million misdiagnoses, but we started thinking that was all ridiculous, and sorted that out early on. Surrender is about, for us, it was about living in hope of a future, knowing that there may not be one. Dan and I never talked about his potential death. Well, actually, that's not true. He did ask me one time about, I don't know, 3 days before he died, do you think I'm dying? And I told him, I was like, well, it's serious, clearly, but I have no idea. I mean, he had gone from 210 pounds down to 145 pounds and back again in a few months. I mean, things looked dire a billion times, so we really just had no idea. But I think this was about learning to live in hope of a future, but not with an expectation of that future, knowing full well that we may not get that future. And for us, this was about faith. And faith for us was a space of peace, knowing everything's going to be okay on some level, and knowing full well that it may really, really not be okay, and that was equally possible. It was about an acceptance of what is happening. And for us, it was about to be able to be present. This kind of life and death crisis is expensive. This is a very, very important, precious time. And you want to be paying attention to that. You want to be present. You don't want to miss anything in that time.